Howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to the Nascar Diecast review. And today we have the 2022 Larson Darlington Throwback. And this is a very, very cool looking paint scheme. I believe it's to the late Tim Richmond. Could be mistaken on that, but definitely one of the early Hendrick Motorsports designs with the very cool number 5 font. This is going to be a fun review. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop it out of the box. Alrighty, folks, we're on the good old box and brand new. Of course, pick this one up from our friends at B Diecast. You can too. Check out that promo code down below as we almost knocked over the camera. That's great. But let's go ahead and dive into this review. So, this is kind of interesting, the way they did the logo placement on the hood. So you got the Hendrick Chevrolet decal. It's supposed to be sideways, right? But this little HendrickCars.com logo, I don't know about this one. That logo just, is it supposed to be like that? It's like completely off-centered from the rest of the logo. I could be completely mistaken. Honestly, I wish they didn't even put the hood lower decals there because it just, I don't know. I'm okay with it not existing there. It just kind of adds a little too much stuff around it. But regardless, I like the very basic retro font. So you go to the front of this diecast here. Got the number 5. Get Sunoco. Get Hendrick Motorsports. Very tough decal to read. Quite small. The whole paint scheme is pretty simple. Just a simple white paint job with some red and white stripes on the side. You get the Hendrick Chevrolet right there. Just really simple, but very well done. And I believe he had some engine issues at Darlington. It would have been really cool to see him win, you know. He's won at Homestead, right, in the Cup Series. Well, it's about time for him to win at Darlington in the Cup Series. And I really hope in 23 he's able to do so. He had the retro kind of cursive painted-on style font with Kyle Larson. Got Exalted Cincinnati Industries, Freightliner, Mac Tools, Simeons. Got Valvoline, Hendrick Chevrolet, as we've already mentioned. You get American Ethanol there. Weird how there's no logos down here. I figured they would have put at least a small logo for another sponsor, considering how popular Larson is. Got the Retro 5, which looks really cool. Got the NASCAR old school logos there. Got NASCAR salutes. Goodyear. Go to the back end of this diecast. HendrickCars.com. Got Camaro, number 5. You can see the stripes don't line up on the right side. They're a little bit aggressive, if you will. I got the Valvoline decal there. Go to the right side. I tell you what, though, this throwback is so much better than Chase Elliott's throwback. That thing was bad. Oh, boy. Should we compare it, guys? Because I tell you what, this throwback... Ugh. So look at this 5 car. It's a beautiful throwback. And then look at this. Oh, boy. This throwback, this Chase Elliott one is so screwed up. Not only was it supposed to be all yellow at the top, they crashed it, had to rewrap it in the garage. So it has a white top to it. So it's an unfinished race car. Notice how the door number here isn't even chrome. And then look on this side, it's actually chrome. So not only did I get a botched version of a horrendous looking paint scheme, yeah, it happens to be my favorite driver too. So, go figure. But it's absolutely asinine to me that, the same team that ran this paint scheme looked over at the 9 shop and said, oh yeah, that paint scheme looks good enough for the racetrack. This is a really cool throwback. And then you look at the 9 car and it's just, it was the turd of the entire field. Let's just be honest. By the way, the 24 car was the best throwback I think I've ever seen. That thing was amazing. I still don't know how they got away with the 9 car. I mean, that thing was horrendous. You got HendrickCars.com, Larson. You get, 16 Chevrolet locations nationwide. Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't even know that was on the race car. That's a cool decal. Now, is that, like, modern day, or is that, just replicating whatever they had on the car back in the mid-'80s or late 80s? So, interesting on that. But this is a simple Darlington throwback. It's not flashy, but it's not meant to be flashy. It's supposed to be very simple, very straightforward. You do have the throwback wheels, right? You do have the white Goodyear Eagles, which look really cool. And then the wheels are that dark kind of metallic gray, if you will. Some might call it like a gunmetal type paint job. It does look like it has some sparkle to it, which is really, really nice. And a lot of these new diecasts are starting to put these wheels on there. And another car that ran in this Darlington race, actually won it, was the Joey Logano car. Oh yeah, we're doing a review on this too. But you could see the wheel difference here. They botched the 22's wheels. If they would have put the same wheels they put on the Larson one, on the Logano, I don't think people really would have griped. Because it looked like there was some sort of a aluminum or chrome style lip to it, but it was more or less darker. So they dropped the ball with that one. But hey man, I love colored wheels on race cars, especially for like almost every diecast in my collection has the same plain Jane wheels. It's kind of cool to see almost every car in the field have painted wheels. And ironically enough, whenever I look at the 2311 cars, they have the gloss black wheels. It kind of makes their wheels feel special now because everyone else is running like metallic gray and silver. The 2311 cars, they just have a normal gloss black wheel, which actually looks really good on their race cars. So it's a weird world we're in the NASCAR universe where everyone's running painted wheels when used to be like only 4 full-time teams used to. So it's definitely topsy-turvy, but hey man, what a cool diecast. Do I think this is going to be in the Authentics line? I have a hunch it's going to be, but even if it is, it's probably going to be made on the PTC mode or even have the botch decals. Save yourself the time and the stress and just get it in the Gold Series, fellas. That's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and especially if you're a Larson fan, we'll be reviewing more Larson merchandise on the channel. So that's all for now. Diecast Buffet, signing off.